Now, I have a confession.
Mm.
I have not touched my computer in the last week because
Whoa.
I just have been busy, and also it's more work than I want to do the things that I want to do.
Is that a form of quitting?
No. I don't have to use my computer at home.
Ever?
And it's still, well, like, okay. I shouldn't say I haven't touched. Like, I've sent some emails and stuff.
Okay,
Like, it's
okay,
it's still my daily driver computer. I haven't pulled up my laptop at home
Okay.
to use. No.
Okay,
It's,
okay,
I just,
okay.
I haven't,
I
haven't
interpreted
gamed.
that as like you avoided that computer.
I didn't game all week.
Okay.
I did play some Mario Kart with my kids, but that doesn't count. Yeah,
No,
I
that's
didn't
fine.
game all week.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any updates on the Linux challenge, but you alluded in the pre-show
I
to
do.
having some significant updates.
Yeah.
Hit
So
me.
we didn't really. So the last challenge we were like thinking about doing it this week, and then we technically have more time because we have until the 10th, I think. For
Yeah,
me,
something like that.
so that's till next Wednesday, and then like it could extend whatever. We have one more challenge that we need to do. One more specific challenge.
Yeah.
That goes alongside us just having to use it all the time. I have increased the amount of computers,
Really?
my laptop.
You're going Linux on the laptop, on the
Yeah.
Razer Blade.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
Oh, well, I have said from the very there's things that Linux is really, 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 really good at, and there's things that are a little rough. And this
Right.
whole challenge is based around gaming. So we've been kind of shoved headfirst into a lot of the stuff that's pretty rough,
Right.
right? But like and I feel like maybe we haven't done this enough because the community's really butthurt, but then I feel like the community's going to be really butthurt no matter what we do, so I don't know. But like infrastructure, professional, server hosting, all that kind of stuff,
Yep.
amazing.
Yep.
Unparalleled.
And actually, did we even talk about part 3 of the challenge where we had to do mundane tasks like print a document?
I don't think we have.
Did we talk about it last week? Guys, let me know in the Floatplane chat if we talked about
I'm
that
not
last
sure.
week.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like the other end of the spectrum from the like crazy high level stuff that it's really good at.
Yeah.
I think the really basic stuff it's also quite good at.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of criticism of the challenge from people that are saying Linux is totally fine for the average user because all they need to do is check their email and like edit a spreadsheet once in a while. And it's like, yes, but it was always a gaming perspective.
Yeah.
It was never my gran perspective because you're right. My gran totally could use Linux to
Yeah.
do.
So all I ever use my laptop for is like Teams, which I've kind of figured out at this point. It's not a problem anymore. Slack and a web browser. So it's totally fine.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely finding at this point in time that I'm getting more in because my whole argument and the reason why I abandoned Linux last time that I abandoned it because I tried Linux I think 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I tried it for a little bit and then I was really frustrated because it kept getting in my way of just working because all I
Right.
wanted to do was turn the computer on, work, and turn it off. But like we used the example that I've given in the past on WAN Show, I believe, was that updating Discord was like a chore. But I used Discord at that point in time for Floatplane, so I needed it.
Right.
And
yeah.
it was annoying to update it.
Now
and
Discord's super easy to use. on
super
Linux.
easy.
Yeah, it's just-
And people brought that up before I had installed Linux at all. So I installed Linux this time, and yeah, updating Discord's easy, updating Slack is easy, updating
Yeah.
Teams is easy, updating your browser is easy. All the things that I would need to do for work, honestly, at this point in time, Linux is getting in my way less than Windows. I believe it would be easier to use. So I'm trying to go in that direction because if that was my argument in the past, now Windows is losing. So I
Right.
should be using Linux on my work computer. So I am.
Gregio says Linux is amazing for gaming. Period. I'm baffled about the hardships you have had. Maybe using an AMD GPU would help you just a little. I've seen a ton of comments suggesting that our problem is our GPU. That is not the problem.
I don't think I've ran into any issues that are related to
No.
GPU.
The
personally.
GPU experience has honestly, after all the
Really
warnings that I
easy.
got, other than navigating through their driver, which is terrible, like the control
the
panel.
software. Yeah.
Yeah, the control panel is terrible.
Yeah.
But in terms of just like playing games, the
Been
GPU
fine.
driver has been the least problematic
we
part
don't.
of any
We
of
did
it.
run into some performance issues in Anno, and maybe, but that wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, that also might have been my fault for installing Uplay using Lutris and then downloading Anno instead of installing Anno using Lutris. But that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about where it's
Yeah.
like, no, this is actually not intuitive and not user friendly.